Hello everyone, welcome back to Mindful and Mellow. Today we're going to use the Robin Wood Tarot deck and we're going to do a tarot reading for all signs. We're going to ask about past, present, future, and some advice for you. So we'll kind of jump right into it. As always, I will cover the card if there's any perceived nudity in it. I'll use a spend up packet to do that. The illustrations, if there's perceived nudity, they don't pass the scanners for uploading to social media. It's a huge nuisance, particularly when I have a great reading that I want to share with people. And we'll also use some of my favorite Oracle card decks, and we'll pull some additional guidance there. So let's see what comes up. Where have you been? Past. Where have you been? The Tower. Okay, good to have that in the past. The Five of Cups. Wow. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. Present, we have the Death card. Death. Present, Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles. So double sevens. Future, future, future. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And then in the area of the advice, we have the Eight of Cups. I'm going to put this on top. And we also have, the World card. So the World card, I'm going to cover her because she has some perceived nudity, but I love that in the advice. Okay, so, initial observations here, right? We have three major arcana cards. 1, 2, and 3. They all came out first in each one of these areas. In terms of past, present, and future, right? So past, we have the Tower. Okay, and then we have the Death card in the present, and then the future, we have the Hanged Man. So the Tower is obviously something that might have shaken you at the core, and it could have left you feeling very sad, vulnerable, disappointed, kind of shaken and surprised, okay? This is in the past, so you're moving past that, okay? The Tower can often get us out of a comfort zone, it might get us out of something that is no longer serving us, but sometimes we're just comfortable where we are, right? But it's a good thing to get out of your comfort zone. It's a good thing when something that is no longer serving you is pulled out of your existence, whether by you or by somebody else or by some other type of an event. This Tower, though, definitely maybe shook you at the core. It seemed concerning, it would worrisome. I'm definitely getting some of the low vibration, fight or flight type of energies that come with those things. And the Five of Cups, he's focused on these two spilled cups, not realizing there were two behind him, not paying any attention to those. So this is extreme sadness, disappointment, worry, sorrow. I'm kind of getting all of those emotions. This is in the past, so if there's been anything that applies, just think about what that might be and what you might have learned from it. And consider, really, did you really want and need, whatever this was that was shaken? What really shook you? It could be a surprise revelation in a relationship is kind of what I'm getting, or maybe a job loss or something like that really kind of shook you. There is the silver lining, or the other piece here is there is a piece of security here. So I feel like this might have been I'm getting for somebody maybe a roommate or a relationship is breaking up and they're moving out, but you're okay because you realize that you were financially secure, and so by losing that person paying half the expenses or some of the expenses, whatever the case might be, you're not destitute, right? So there is that consolation there in the past that you are in a financially secure, sound place. So whatever this is, you're able to weather the storm is the term that's coming to me. Again, that might not apply to everybody, but I'm definitely getting that for somebody. But I'm definitely getting some sort of an event that might have been confusing, disconcerting, inducing sorrow, fear, anxiety, those kind of things. Now, where are you today? Current energy, we have the Death card. The Death card very rarely represents physical death. It does represent a transformation, right? I love the white rose here, and the death, whatever this is, whatever we call him, kind of like the ghost of death, or the ghost of Christmas present or future or whatever, is cloaked in red. I do like the red white combo and kind of that contrast. But I'm also noticing the butterfly. The butterfly is also about transformation too, right? It transforms from the larvae to the whatever we call the wormy kind of thing when it becomes a butterfly. And so there's that transformation here as well. As far as where you are today, though, I'm definitely getting you're in a good spot. You're starting something new. Maybe you're transforming. You're also seeing the value that you bring. and you're considering all of the opportunities you have in front of you. You know, there's certainly a number of opportunities there, and you're kind of asking, like, is the juice worth the squeeze? This may be in relation to something that you might have had that related to the tower, right? The tower might have caused you to question whether or not something is truly worth your time, effort. And, you know, this is kind of like the Seven of Pentacles. It's kind of like you're taking that pause. You're kind of looking around saying, what is it that I really want? What is it that I really want to do? Is this really worth my time? Or maybe you've been running yourself ragged on something and it kind of blew up, right? Maybe you've been spending a lot of time on something, a business, a side hustle, or a job or something like that. And you're realizing now, geez, I was consuming a lot of time on that. And now I'm like asking, hey, was the time commitment, the anxiety, the stress, is it worth it? Is that something I really want to do? And you're considering your options, okay? But this is a time of like a brand new beginning and a transformation. So realize how far you've come. Realize that you are valuable on a lot of fronts, both in the relationship front and also in the work front. So remember, you know, to focus on your key attributes and the strengths that you bring. We tend to focus on our limitations or other things, those low vibration things that we don't want, right? So key fundamental concept of law of attraction, right? We want to focus on what we are, focus on who you're being. The question is, who are you being? You are transforming into someone new who is a strong performer, who has everything working out for them, who has options in front of them, who has multiple opportunities, and who is, you know, attracting and creating abundance in their lives, okay? So focus on those things that are going on. Now, for the future, this has you seeing something in a whole new, different perspective, right? The Hangman, he's hanging upside down. He's taking some time out. So this could be you maybe taking some time. Maybe you're taking some, if you've recently lost your job, this could be you taking a little bit of time for yourself. If you're able to do that, like I certainly recommend it, right? It's certainly wonderful. If you're able to do it financially, recognize not everybody will. But this is kind of seeing something from a new perspective. But it might not even be that. It could just be, you know, like I said, taking time for yourself. But it's certainly a call to action suggesting evaluating what's going on in your life, what it is that you truly want, and maybe there's been something, I'm just getting the vibration or I'm getting the intuitive feel that there's something around you that you might have initially dismissed as not being something you want. Now, this could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be some sort of, it could be really anything. It could just be like even a move or something you've always considered, no, I don't want that. And maybe now you will be thinking about this from a different point of view and thinking, well, maybe this is a good pathway to get to where the destination that I want to go is. And remember, sometimes we don't go straight to the destination. Sometimes it's a zigzagging, up and down kind of path that we might take, and everyone's path is different. So you're definitely going to be seeing something from a new perspective. But whatever it is, this Queen of Wands, I mean, this is someone who is, whether you're male or female, this embodies the energy of someone who is extremely entrepreneurial, extremely like motivated and exciting. She has the talent, the smarts, and the ability to do anything that she wants. So this could be you. This could be you realizing that something that you had previously dismissed is actually something that, you know, will light you up, will bring you into a whole new realm of possibilities, will also be something that you're actually able to do with great ease, okay? Remember, we can do anything we put our mind to. We just have to affirm and understand and believe that we can. Remember, I think it was Henry Ford that said, whether you believe that you can or you can't, you're right, okay? So the Queen of Wands, she can do everything she desires, and she goes after it with strength, with determination, and with the fortitude to move forward. Okay? And so in the future, you're going to be planting a seed. This king, the Knight of Pentacles, he is planting a seed in a fertile soil. So whatever this might be something for the long term. This could be planting a seed or planting, you know, taking the initial steps to grow and develop, like whether it's a new career or a new business, kind of developing, you know, a new network of friends too, is something I'm also getting through embracing a particular interest or passion of yours, right? This could be anything related to, you know, an interest in a hobby or sport, but it could also just be passion I'm getting for somebody. And again, I try to read intuitively too. I'm also kind of getting like a passion for something on the medical field. And this could be related to kind of really fundraising and raising awareness to a medical condition that maybe either you suffered or a family member or friend has suffered. And you're just familiar with it, you understand it, and you really want to do something to kind of transform and improve the life of others going forward, so that others don't have to embody or endure the same, the same struggles and suffering that you or a family member or friend did. So definitely kind of feeling that. But again, good place to be in a present level, moving into a great location. You know, the advice is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is all about leaving something behind. He's got these 8 cups here, but he's walking away from those. He's taking his wand. Notice too that he has on a red cloak, just like the death, the figure in the death card, okay? So to transform, we have to leave something behind. So the question to you is, what are you leaving behind? What's no longer serving you? What are you making room for? Right? If we want to make room for a relationship, you know, financial abundance, or, you know, additional opportunities to make new friends and things like that, we often have to make room in our lives. Sometimes, you know, you can do this by cleaning out closets. Sometimes making physical space in your house, but also making space in your thoughts and in your mind, right? Because if our minds are too cluttered, we don't have the opportunity to kind of have these additional epiphanies, ideas, revelations, intuitive hits. And so sometimes that's what meditation does for us too. But with this call to action here in the advice, you're being called to leave something behind, determine what's no longer serving you. What is something that you're doing is kind of a question I'm getting to. What's something that you're doing that really adds little to no value? But maybe you do it every day. Like, what's something that you do? And if it adds little to no value, then stop doing it. I mean, I get it. If you're at work, like, you know, your boss might not look too highly on being like, well, I didn't add any value, so I stopped doing this. But in your personal life, what can you stop doing? What can you leave behind to make room for something else, to try something new, okay? Now, with the World card here, World card, I love to see this card here. You know, this is, she is all about, this is the final card in the Major Arcana. She is within this circle of, in this case, it's flowers, beautiful flowers. The World card is about completion, finality. So to me, this is suggesting your call to action here is live in the end. Live in the end as if you have it now. You are that person now. You're doing that thing that you always wanted to do now. You have that home. You have that relationship. Think from that angle. How would you act? What would you do? How would you think? And that will help shift the energy that you're embodying and the vibration that you're releasing out into the universe, right? So when we embody the state at which we want to live versus thinking of it, meaning we don't have it, you're coming from a point of lack. It's a very different vibration. So focus on that end state of where you really want to be. She is happy, fulfilled, and she is solidly, you know, in her end state here. This is also a card of travel. So this could be a call to action saying, again, with the Eight of Cups here, get out and travel. If you've got some downtime, take advantage of that. Look for deals. Look at travelzoo.com for the top 20 travel deals. What's out there? What opportunities might exist for you to get out and try something new and travel a little bit? Really exciting reading with this. I'm going to pull a Spirit Advice Oracle card. We'll kind of see what the advice from the Oracle is, see how this either strengthens or clarifies some of the advice here that I'm pulling from the tarot. I'm going to just cut the deck here. I'm going to pull this one. The suggestion or the advice here is practice non-judgment, exception, compassion, understanding, and love. Okay, and then we're going to use this clarifying life situations, love and career reading oracle card. This isn't really a love and career necessarily, but it's broader than that. It could be that, but let's do the same thing here. Cut the deck. Feel called to this one. Frost of stillness. Embrace the frost of stillness. We're in the calm of icy pause. Reflective clarity is found. Okay, so reflective clarity, kind of like seeing something from a new point of view, getting clear on what you want, kind of seeing what's been around you that you might have dismissed. So overall, I like it. I like it a lot. So with that, folks, I thank you for being here. I'll be back again real soon.